Yeah, well, thank you for joining us. This is the official Fight Week press conference ahead of an absolute cracker this Saturday night live on BT Sport. It's unbeaten versus unbeaten. It's British champion versus Commonwealth champion. It's Queensberry versus Matchroom. Denzel Bentley against Felix Cash is a fight that's got the boxing world talking. And with me today I have Denzel Bentley, the British champion, over there on the right. I have Felix Cash, Commonwealth champion. And of course I've got the magic man, Frank Warren, who's made it all happen. We'll hear from everyone very shortly. But first I've got to tell you about the undercard, because it's a cracker. Callum Johnson, 2 years in the light heavyweight wilderness. We saw what he did against Artur Beterbiev in those pulsating 4 rounds. Nearly had him out of there. Hasn't been able to kick on. Saturday night he makes his Queensberry debut against Croatia's Emil Markic. Also in action, David Adelaide, young heavyweight coming through. He seems to be knocking everyone out and then calling everyone out afterwards. So he'll be a lot of fun. He's becoming must-watch television. George Davey returns. He's Henry Walton's young super welterweight protege. He's dropping down to welterweight. It's got an interesting fight. I'll tell you why. He's fighting Jamie Stewart, who's only fought a handful of fights. But amongst those fights, he's got a win over Michael Hennessy Jr., son of the promoter, and also a draw with Albanian welterweight Florian Marku, which you might have seen. So that'll be one to keep an eye on. Henry Turner, 7-time national amateur champion. He's in action on Saturday. Big John Fury is a big fan of Henry. You know, he doesn't like everyone, John Fury, but he likes Henry Turner. So tune in and watch him. Also in action, Carol Itolma, his second professional fight, Olympic youth gold medalist. He's in action. And Merseyside middleweight James Hennigan makes his Queensberry debut. But that's enough about the undercard. Let's talk about Saturday. Frank, I'm going to come to you first. From your perspective, how did this fight come about?
It came about because the Boxing Board of Control ordered it. And neither party wanted to withdraw from it. I know Denzel certainly didn't, and obviously it's the same for Felix. It went out to purse bids and we won the purse bids for it. So it's on. And it's, you know, I don't think it gets any better than this. You know, both of the guys are undefeated. They've both got similar type of records. I think that you're going to see something a little bit special. I understand, and they know better than I do, that there's no love lost from previous sparring, and there's sparring also out the ring, I think, unofficial sparring. So, you know, this has got the hallmarks of a real classic fight, you know, in a division that Britain's always been, you know, been flown the flag in. And you can go back over the years and look at some of the great British Commonwealth middleweight title fights. Mm-hmm. And this definitely has a great chance of being up there with as far as quality and, more importantly, as far as action's concerned. So I, as a boxing fan, am really looking forward to it.
Purse bids get called all the time for different fights, and you get various promoters being told, you know, the purse bids at this time. They don't always happen. Are you surprised that this fight, after you won the purse bid, is actually taking place?
Well, there was a lot of talk. I think Tony Sims, Felix's trainer, I think he said at one stage that he was considering, you know, not taking the fight and moving on. But, you know, hats off to them. We won the purse bids, and hats off to them. They want the fight and they're going with the fight. So I think from the fans' point of view, it doesn't get any better than that. They're in there, and come Saturday night, I think we're going to see something a little bit special.
Well, Felix, welcome. I've got to ask you first. There were options on the table. We heard that perhaps you could fight for a European title. Be a lovely belt to get, nice ranking. And you said no. You said, I want to fight for the British title. I want to fight Denzel Bentley. Why?
It's the British title, isn't it? You know, every British fighter wants to win it, and that's what I want to do. And Denzel's in my way, so let's get it on. You know, I'm looking forward to this fight, and I can't wait to get my hands on that British belt.
Was it you that was really pushing this through as well? Because the stories have been that your team were trying to take you another route, but you were adamant that this was the fight that you wanted.
It wasn't that my team was trying to push me another route. You know, there was options on the table, and we sat down, we spoke as a team. We had a look at Denzel, and you know, I'm full confidence I'm going to beat him on Saturday night. So we chose the British title. We sat down, we had a chat about it. We said, let's go for it.
Yeah, and you know, we're all glad that you have. Was there any sort of disappointment at all that it isn't on your promoter's show, or is it just a ring's a ring and you don't care?
Listen, a ring's a ring, I don't care. Obviously, I prefer, obviously, if it was on a matchroom show, but it don't make a difference to me. It's a ring's a ring at the end of the day, and two men are going to get in the ring, and the best man will win on the night.
Denzel Bentley, British champion, a proud British champion. I've seen you with that belt in Ghana, in London, Paris, Berlin, probably in Tesco as well. How proud are you to call yourself the British middleweight champion?
I'm very proud. You just said it. I've been everywhere with the belt, showing it off, letting everyone know my achievements and stuff. So I'm proud.
He's taken this fight. He's gone the British title route. Is Felix Cash going to regret that?
Yeah, I think he will. Saturday's round the corner, so we ain't got to wait too long. But I think he will.
Felix, you've said that if you're going to get to where you're going to get to in the boxing world, you need to be getting past the Denzel Bentleys of this world. What did you mean by that?
Well, I mean, I believe I'm world level, and I don't believe Denzel is.
Do you rate him at all?
Yeah, he's a decent fighter. He's a decent domestic fighter. But I believe I'm a level above him, and I'll show him on Saturday night.
Is Felix world level, Denzel?
If that's what he believes, that's what he believes. You'd have to find out Saturday. But go through his opponents and who he's fought. There's no one there that suggests that he is world level. But every fighter needs to believe that they are at some level. I believe I'm world level, and he believes I'm not. So it's one of those things, isn't it?
I want to take you back to the spar, the infamous spar that everyone's asking you about, and I don't think you've been asked it in each other's presence yet. So what I want to do is, Denzel, I want to ask you what happened. And Felix, if he's lying or if he's saying anything that you don't agree with, feel free to chime in. Denzel, what happened in that spar?
Like I said, we both done 4 rounds before that, jumped back in with each other.
Then what happened?
Huh?
Then what happened?
Then what happened?
Well, when we jumped in.
Then we sparred. Then, we were going at it. You start getting dirty, hitting low behind the head, all the little dirty tricks you like to do.
Well, what you doing holding like you like to hold it?
Then it got heated. Then it got heated. Yeah, you got upset because I pinged you about.
Why were you holding though? I would like to know why you're holding. Why were you holding? Why were you holding?
I put my arm over your head because you're trying to rub it in my face. I put my arm over your head because you're trying to rub it in my face.
Yeah, what were you holding for?
Because you're rubbing your head in my face. So I put my arm under your head, and then you got heated, and it turned into a little scrap. But
anyway,
that's in the past. That was 3 years ago.
Exactly, it's in the past.
It is what it is.
You said before that you were clinging on for dear life.
We'll see Saturday. We don't need to go back and forth about clinging on for dear life 3 years ago. He knows what happened.
Like you say, I know what happened.
He knows what happened.
I know what happened. You know what happened.
It was funny. His story was funny. I ain't gonna lie. I giggled. I laughed. So we done a round and a half. I was holding on for dear life, blah blah, all that stuff, and then I was holding on, so he got angry and had a fight with me. Don't even make sense. But that's cool. Saturday we're
let go. You kept holding on.
Saturday's around the corner. That's why this is so beautiful. That's why it's good. The Saturday's around the corner.
It's not long now, is it? It's not long.
We'll see.
Bit of animosity, Frank?
No, we're good.
Bit of animosity, eh?
I think they might be secretly best friends, but we don't know, do we? The one thing's for sure, on Saturday, they're both going to be in the ring, and the best man's going to win. And that's really what it's all about. And the one who's got the skills and the one who wants it the most will come through it. And, everyone's got an opinion about the fight. I obviously got my opinion about the fight because obviously we got behind our man to win the purse bids because we believe in him. So we will see on Saturday.
Denzel, what do you do better than Felix Cash?
Everything.
So we're talking hand speed, power, movement?
Everything.
Well, Felix, you might as well not turn up then. He's got you covered.
Apparently so.
What do you do better than Denzel?
Listen, the different styles makes fight. Listen, at the end of the day, I believe I'm a better fighter than him, and I'll prove it on Saturday night. We'll get in there man to man, and the best man will win on the night. And I believe that's going to be me. So listen, he's done a good thing taking the belt around tour, and he's enjoyed it because it's going off his hands on Saturday night.
You're going to turn up with your little dirty tricks on Saturday as well?
Just don't keep holding.
You can turn up with dirty tricks?
Mate, we'll see you on the night, mate. You don't mind, mate. On the night, I'll be in front of you, mate. You're going to have to deal with everything I get.
That's why I want you right in front of me.
You make sure you have to deal with it.
Okay, cool.
Who takes centre of the ring?
That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You've said before, Denzel, that you've just kind of alluded to it there about dirty tricks. You've said to me before you think Felix is a dirty fighter. Tell us more about that.
He is, isn't it? You see it in his fights. Everyone here's seen him fight before. He does it. He does it well. You know, he gets away with it a lot, but it's not going to bother me because I know that already, so it's cool.
You dirty fighter, Felix?
Listen, I am what I am. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm a very good fighter, and I'm going to show Denzel on Saturday night.
What would be in line for the winner here, Frank? Obviously, Felix will take his titles and go back, but if you've got Denzel here, if he wins this fight, what's next?
You know, if he comes through this, as we expect him to, he comes through this, then he's going to go move on. That's what we're going to do. And keep pushing him on and get him into a position where he gets the world title fights down the road. And I'm sure that's the case if Felix comes through. But all I focus on is the guy who's with us and been with us. And when I sort of look at Denzel, how he's come through, it weren't the easy way. I mean, everything for him's been tough. You know, the day he came in and jumps on, we had a dinner show, televised dinner show. And we lost the main event, and he'd just finished 10 rounds sparring. 10 rounds sparring, took the fight, and then went 8 rounds. I mean, that tells me a lot about him. That tells you a guy who, you know, believes in himself. It weren't like, you know, I've just done 10 rounds sparring, I don't want to know. He actually got in the ring and won the fight. And each fight he's had, he's learnt from, and he's looked better and better each time round. And I think he's a credit to himself where he's come from. He's a credit to Martin with what Martin's done with him. And, you know, if good guys win, he'll come through this on Saturday.
How do you see this fight playing out, Felix? What happens when that bell rings?
The bell rings, we're both going to have a fight, aren't we? That's what's going to happen. I'll win the fight. I'll get Denzel out there, I believe.
Knockout?
Strawberries, yeah.
What do you reckon, Denzel?
Yeah, I reckon I'm going to stop him.
Have you seen chinks in the armour? Obviously, the spar was a long time ago. I know you're not going to take anything from that, but you must have watched his career. You've called on this fight for a little while. What have you seen in Felix Cash?
Even if he doesn't have chinks in his armour, I'm still going to stop him.
Okay. Anything finally you want to say to Denzel before Saturday night?
No, really. Just let's put a good fight on for the fans, and let's have it.
Denzel, any final words from yourself?
Turn up Saturday. We're going to have some fun.
Frank, why should people tune in on Saturday night for this one?
Because I think you're going to see something special in you know, Britain's marquee division. You're going to see something special with 2 really good, talented fighters, and you know, a lot of competition between them, competition between their promoters. The whole thing smacks of electricity, of a massive battle, and I think that's what we're going to get. It's going to be exciting, no doubt about it. And I think, you know, both of them have said the same thing, and I think it will be exciting whilst it lasts.
Absolutely. Denzel, I'm just catching your eye. I want to get out your way because you two are locking eyes. What do you see when you're looking at Felix Cash right now?
See another man that's ready to fight. That's cool. It's all good.
You haven't really been around much, around each other much since that spar. You're looking at Denzel now. He's a different fighter. He's a British champion. What are you seeing?
Just another fight. It's just another fight. Another fellow in my way that I've got to get him out of my way, you know. So, listen, I've got nothing against Denzel. You know, he's come out to do a job. I've come out to do a job. And the best man will win on Saturday night, and that will be me.
They're fighting men. That's what they do for a living. They're fighters, fighting men, and they're in the biggest fight of their career up to yet on Saturday. So, best man will win.
Best man will win. Saturday night, live on BT Sport from 7:30. British champion against Commonwealth champion, unbeaten versus unbeaten, Queensberry versus Matchroom. Everyone's talking about it. Make sure you tune in.
All good?
Right. Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you.